Hi, everyone. Welcome to Speaking of Diamonds. My name is Rich. I'm coming to you from the Diamond Desk here today. I wanted to give you an update on my temperature chart that I'm working on for this year. If you're not familiar with the project that I'm working on, I decided to do a temperature chart this year. It's based on a cross stitch pattern. So basically, I'm doing a cross stitch conversion. And what it is each month has a row of glasses. And then what goes into the glasses or what color the beverage is in the glasses indicate a specific range of temperatures. So this is the whole month of January. I have had this done for a couple days now, and the next thing I need to do is build out the white and build the shelf for February, and then I can start getting my um, uh, drinks on there for this month. I wanted to just share a couple learnings that I've had so far. Um, so as I mentioned, I'm doing this from a cross stitch pattern, and I ordered. I figured based on the number of stitches and what have you, I ordered a 50 by 55 canvas. I have a little bit of leftover on each side, which is fine. That was the plan because I didn't want to run out of space. Um, and I was instead of starting all the way into the corner here, I wanted to go ahead and sort of center it a little bit. So I did that. My initial calculations were wrong. So what I ended up doing is I just said, let me go through and put the number of drills across the entire thing and put that down. And then I'll come back and then figure out where it's going to be on the canvas. So this is where it is. It's roughly centered. And so let's talk about some learnings that I've had so far. First of all, I probably would have just started up in the corner because I think it would be easier. I could always trim it down to size afterwards, but that was something I wanted to try. And it's not horrible, but it's also something that messed me up a little bit. Another thing is, and I need to straighten some drills here. These are horrible, but I'll tell you why this is particularly crooked. um, so this pattern comes with a number of different signs that you could put up here. I think the pattern itself has "Get Yo Drink On," and I wanted to change it to "Cheers." So what I did was I was strictly following the pattern, not thinking, and I did my so many columns of drills here, and then I started the sign. Well, the first thing that happened was I had it horribly, horribly, horribly off center. So I had to move everything. So I had to move the entire um, uh, bunch of drills here that make up the sign. I had to move them over. So you'll see here, they're little, like I think they started trying to move back to where they were. So I'm going to have to go through and straighten those and probably use the heat gun to do so. But technically, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Technically, this is the center of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. This is the center, and you can see that it is just off center regardless. I should have moved it over a little bit more. But you know what? For my first try, I don't think it looks too horrible. I'm not going to move everything again. I'm just going to work on straightening this. Um, Another learning is I would have chose something other than these white ABs for the background. The reason being is I'm not sure if you could pick it up on the camera much here, but you can see the grid lines through these through these drills. And at first I thought, well, let me try using some mica powder to see if I can cover them up. And I used mica powder up here, thinking that maybe the image, the the numbers, the image was coming through like the space in between the drills, and it's not. It just seems to be coming through the drills just because they're light colored. So I probably, if I were to do this over again, I would probably do something like make it like do a brown, as boring as that sounds, but make it look like wood, like a wood wall maybe that these are on. But again, a learning for next year. The whole focus of this is the temperature charting, which I think is working out quite well. So I have used, so when you do a cross stitch conversion, you are able to choose what type of drills you want to use. And sometimes you get it kitted up with those types of drills. I went ahead and I'm using these are metallic uh, blue and gold around the sign, so it looks like one of those chasing light signs. And then my glasses are made of clear sparklers, so they are round drills that are made to fit square canvases. So this also, I don't see it as much where I can see like some grid lines through it, but as much as I can see with the white drills. But I do like the glasses, if you will. I then used, these are slivers. So these are, or I'm sorry, sliverets or sliverets, I believe. No, these are slivers. So these cover just about four-ish um, uh, squares, and they're rectangular. And these are, I believe the color was gunmetal, I believe. So I used that to form the shelf, and I really like the way that looks. And then for the brackets that sort of holding the shelf onto the wall, this is, I believe it's hematite. Or no, it's kaleidoscope from DP with Sparklers. All the special those are from DP with Sparklers. So yeah, I think it's, I mean, outside of those things, like I probably would have chosen something a little bit darker for this gaslight here, especially for this in particular, the light shade. But I'm going to leave that for now, unless I get a, enough into this repairing and stuff to go through and repair this. But I did like, so here you got the two drinks on the either side with the ice cubes, and I did choose to do, I did a twist of lemon and a twist of lime. So I just thought that was a little fun little touch as well. So um, next time you see this, and I have to look at the pattern, I think there's maybe, let's see, there's two-ish squares here. So two-ish squares, there'll be another shelf, and then there will be the 28 glasses for which I will fill in with the color beverage that matches the range that I'm using. So you can see that most of January here in Chicagoland was pretty cold. This is like the coldest it will go, and the grays are, so it's pretty cold. The warmest days were, um, I think it was these days we had spikes, this dark blue liquid here. And then these were sort of medium and whatnot. So I can't wait to see what February looks like. Obviously, so this is what a cold month per se is going to look like. I would expect similar in February, but then when we start getting into March, may start seeing a range of other colors or a wider range of colors as the temperatures start to warm up, but yet it's still going to be a little chilly outside. So yeah, I'm happy with the progress so far. I think it's a fun project. I also, one other thing that I would consider if you were thinking of doing a temperature chart is maybe consider something that is all one image so that you don't need to do all of this background work, because I mean, it's not, if I had to cross stitch this, I would not be doing this, okay? Because the fabric would be white and I wouldn't have to do this, but I have to do it because the grid is here for the diamonds. And it's just, to me, it's sort of just, it takes up time that I could be spending just on the drinks. And the way I have worked on this is I have a notebook. I'll write down the days of the month, and then I go through and I look up the temperatures, the high temperature for that day, and write them down. And then I come through and usually I've preset my glasses, and then I just fill them in with the different colors to match the temperature. So yeah, 11 more months to go. So I will check in again as I'm working on February, or when it's done. And I'll let you know if there's any additional learnings that I've had. And I'll see if maybe, since this is my first try and it's sort of like a trial run or something, maybe I'll switch up the background or something, like make it look like, maybe this is glass, like these are against a glass window, but then all of a sudden cut over to like a brown wood grain or something type look down here to make it look like here's the bar, and then here's like a window above the bar. So I don't know, that's just something I'm thinking about. But I've kitted up, or I've purchased enough to do this background, so I may just keep that as well, so I don't need to pick up um, more drills just to make the change. So yeah, I mean, I think it's sort of fun to have like a quick, like this is one of those that once you get it all set up with your glasses, I have 10 minutes before I have to leave to get somewhere. I can come over, fill in a couple drinks, and then take off, and not feel like I really, left something hanging or took too long to get ready, to diamond paint, and then having to stop and whatnot. So yeah, it's been good. I've left the plastic on here, and I've been hanging it in between the times I've worked on it. So what I'll do is I'll just peel all of this back to put in the white and preset my glasses, and then I'll put it back up, and then I'll just cut out pieces as I go, to make sure that it still is covered. So I'm having fun. I hope that if you're planning on doing something like this, take some of my learnings, if you will, and use them to help make your project as successful as possible. But let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any ideas for seeing the grid lines and stuff like that other than mica powder. So thanks, everybody. Remember, when it comes to diamond painting, there is no right or wrong. Whether you choose to do a white background or a black background, there is no right or wrong. So you do you. Thank you very much, and I'll check with you next time. Bye bye.